Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome to Tavistock Talks. Today I have Tim Marais, who's Head of Explorations at Andrada Mining. Thank you very much for joining, Tim. And I think that there's a few things we're going to be discussing, one of which is the drill results from Bramberg West, which really does highlight the critical minerals potential at Andrada, following the SQM announcement that was announced on the 9th of September with regards to Lithium Ridge. Once again, welcome, Tim. Thanks again for your time. Following the drill results from Bramberg West, please can you give us a little bit more information on that? Because it is, I think, not widely understood that Andrada is now a critical minerals play rather than just a tin or a lithium play. What's happened? Tell us about it.
Thank you very much for having me.
Pleasure.
In addition to that, Bramberg West is different from our other assets in that it's not a pegmatite asset, it's a vein-hosted deposit. What's really different there is, instead of having this massive low-grade deposit where you've got tin, tantalum, and lithium, we've found much higher-grade veins with tin, tungsten, and copper, and we've also actually got a couple hints of silver and gallium, which we were hoping to find, and we're quite excited that we have. What we've done there is the Bramberg West deposit was historically run by goldfields, and they kind of developed an open pit, and when the tin price collapsed, they shut down the operations. Now, as you can see, the tin price is going back up. We've acquired the assets. Now, we've gone and we drilled within the pits, and we looked for the northern extension. So when you get on the ground there, you can see that these quartz veins continue to the north, and we've got nice little hints of copper and tin in them, and tungsten. So we drilled the pit itself to show that the really high-grade stuff continues in the middle, but also that it continues to the north for about 2 kilometers.
Wow.
And the grades actually are quite consistent, but the veins are spaced more widely apart.
So a real mineral-rich area, right? And just give us a bit of background on the actual grade. You said high grades. What do you mean by that?
So in comparison, Uis has an average tin grade of about 0.15%. The highest tin grade we got at Bramberg West was 4.6%.
Wow.
In addition to that, we've got tungsten grades above 2%, and our copper grades, the highest was about 3%. So we really do have very high-grade vein sets within the deposits, and we know that they continue down for at least another 100 meters.
And tell me now, just want to go a little bit backwards with regards to the SQM deal and the announcement last week. Australian company, different mentality. Namibian company, different mentality. How's that culture combining?
So we get along really well with the SQM team. In fact, we're hoping to get them across soon to finalize the work programs so we can initiate after the Competition Commission. But the mentality on both sides has been one of, let's look at the potential and then see what we find and grow it. So for the first phase, we're going to be doing some more channel sampling. It's how we discovered the deposits. We're going to see how big this thing actually is. We've got a couple of other areas within the license which also have nice big spodumene crystals. We're going to sample those, and then we'll put in the first drill holes to see how they continue at depth. Do they get bigger, as we found with the original drill program? Following that is phase 2, where we then do infill drilling and we work towards a resource. And then phase 3 would be into the bankable feasibility study. And
the bankable feasibility study, with a fair wind, we're looking at what sort of period for that to start to take place?
So the more we find, I think the quicker we'll go, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So if we find sufficient size and mass in our first stage, then we'll increase the rate of spend in the second one, add more resources to the project, move it faster, or as fast as possible without being reckless.
And in your explorations team, I've heard that I think the majority of your team are all from Namibia. So it's really good to have that local workforce from in country.
Yeah. So we have a dedicated team on the ground, all Namibian.
Yeah.
And then we support it from head office as and when they require it. So we help them with the reporting, sampling, reporting on the side. Yeah. But we've got very competent guys on the ground who turns out are really good at finding not only lithium, but also tin and tungsten.
Local knowledge, right?
Yeah.
And just looking forward, now there's going to be, following the deal, the SQM deal, there's going to obviously be a little bit more, cash balance is going to be a little bit more healthier, so to speak. What are you looking to achieve with regards to your exploration objectives between now and, I don't know, end of the year, looking forward to middle part of next year? What are the big objectives?
So for for Lithium Ridge, we're going to kick off that program, establish the camp, get the surface sampling programs going, hopefully start drilling as well. At Squeeze, we're currently busy doing infill drilling on the northern cluster of pegmatites, so we should start seeing those results coming through and finalizing all of that validation. And then at Brunberg West, soon we're going to have our next set of results, and then we'll plan the next phase to see if we follow the extensions or prioritize the input work first. In addition to that, Brunberg West is 35,000 hectares.
Sure.
So we have a lot of really good targets there that are worth some follow-up, some geophysics, regional exploration to see if there's another one or two of those lying around.
A geologist's dream, I suppose you may well say.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Very interesting talking to you. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.